Hi, this is Hafsa. Let's discuss remaining questions from the pre-release. You can find part 1 and part 2 of expected questions in our playlist. Question 11 is about task 2. Write an algorithm for task 2 using either pseudocode, programming statements or flowchart. Change the algorithm to ensure that the customer cannot buy more than 3 additional items. You should assume that task 1 has already been completed. So if you recall, we had a task 3 in our original pre-release, and task 3 was about the discount, and it said that you can give discount of 10% if more than one items are bought, and if the only one item is bought, one additional item is bought, then the discount is available for 5%, and if no additional item is bought, discount was 0. So we used a variable named number of additional items to count the number of additional items. We are going to use the same approach here. So I have copied all the code of task 2 here. We are not going to change anything. This is after the task 3 was also done, so we will have a variable number of additional items here, and we are incrementing this variable here. When an item is bought, we increment the number of additional items variable. So in the same loop, we have to use a break statement and say, in this while loop, which is going to run forever, we are going to set an if condition which will check if number of additional items is 3, then break. So this question was pretty simple. Okay, next question is explain how you calculate the discount on the overall price of the computer in task 3. You can include pseudocode or programming statements as part of your explanation. So here you can copy the pseudocode or code here, then you can write few explanations like a variable name number of additional items has been used to count the number of additional items bought. I'm mentioning this variable here because it was already been in use and it already contains the number of additional items bought. And another variable discount percent has been initialized to 0.0, which means no discount is available initially. So here initially no discount is available. Now my if and my else if is pretty expressive, so it's okay if I don't write anything, but if you still want to add some explanation here, you can do it. So next question is change task 3 so that discount only applies to the price of additional items bought. So this question is a little tricky. We have to separate required items and additional items from the chosen item list. And we know that first 3 are required items because the customer has to buy a case, the customer has to buy a RAM, and the customer has to buy a hard disk drive, and then comes the additional items. So we know that the index 0, 1 and 2 contains the required items, and the remaining indices in the chosen item list contains additional items. So let's play with the code. First of all, we are going to run this loop only for 0 to 3 because the normal price calculation will be same for the required items. I have also initialized a variable additional price with 0.0 because now we have to calculate the price of additional items separately. This loop runs only for top 3 items and calculate the price same as before. We have again run a loop to calculate the price from 3 onwards, and this time prices are going in the variable additional price. Discount is set the same way. If number of additional items is greater than 1, discount is 10%. If number of additional items is equal to 1, then discount is 5%. And then here comes the magic. So discount is calculated from the additional price variable, and then the discount is deducted from the additional price variable. Then we have changed the final price variable to final price plus additional price. So initially our final price variable had the price of basic components and the price of required components, the case, RAM and hard disk drive, and our additional price variable had all the prices for additional items. For example, if someone has bought solid state drive or something else, then we check the condition for the discounts and did the same. So if no additional item is bought, then the additional price will remain 0.0 and the number of additional items will not fulfill any of these conditions, and the discount percent will also remain 0.0, which means discount is 0.0 and 0.0 minus 0.0 is also 0.0. So final price plus 0.0 will remain final price, so the code is not disturbed. So whenever you write something which requires the change in pseudocode or programming language, you have to dry run it yourself in the exam, because you will not have a computer to test it on. So you have to dry run it. That's a must step to do. These were all the expected questions from the pre-release. If you have anything in mind, you can comment below. A link to the PDF of all the expected questions has been attached in the description. Subscribe to the channel for more computer science related stuff.